So I think that we can start with all our webinar today. So the modules that we are going to review today are sabotage detection, phase detection, suspect search, tracking, and tracking abandoned objects. So as you could watch in the video, we are a company. We develop modules for video surveillance systems. Um, so what we do is like buffering. Can you see what I have on my screen? I want you to please tell me. Okay, that's pretty fine. So, okay, perfect. So this wizard, it shows us that the server is connected. Right now it's in Spanish, as you could see. It's already started. So what we need to do, we will need to open the this Eocortex client. This is the application that we are going to work with. Now, what we need to do is, well, here it's already all the information, but in your system you will need to put the address of your server, write the user, and also the password. And then we click on connect. We are going to wait a while the system loads. Okay, so here it is. I think that you are unable to see any cameras. It's okay. Okay, I'm going to press here in the main menu, and we are going to see all the options that we have. So what we want to do right now, I want you to know the interface, and I want you to see how it works, and I will explain all of that. So here, as I showed you before, this is the client application, and here we have the configurator. So I just want to go back to see if you can see. Okay, perfect. Then, so this is the interface, the main interface of the configurator. So here we will need to configure all the modules that we are going to work with. And for example, if I need to add some more cameras to my video surveillance system, I can do that here. So we are going like this. So first of all, this is cameras. If I already have a camera integrated or some cameras integrated, I just need to press here. The system is going to start looking for the cameras that are already integrated. As you could see, there are no cameras right now. It is searching. We are going to wait. Okay, it seems that these are all cameras. So these cameras that are checked, we can check, for example, another one, and it is going to add the channel to the system. But for example, if you are looking for your camera and you want to install another one and it is not yet integrated. So you can just close here. You can select here, add a channel. So here what we are going to do is, first of all, we need to add the IP address of, or the URL of the camera. We need to specify the brand and the device model. Also, we will need to fill this the username and the password. So these are this information, we can easily find it in the box of our cameras, or if someone already changed that information, then everyone should know uh, this information to put it here. One thing that I want to say about this software is that if you're going to use Eocortex, it is better to disable the firewall and also the antiviruses, because these softwares, they can create a conflict with the data that is transferred from cameras to servers and from servers to client. So, and also it can eat a lot of computer resources. So it's better to disable your firewall and your antivirus, and Eocortex is going to work perfectly on your servers. Mm, okay, so as I was saying, if we need to add a new camera, we are going to do it here. We're just going to press add a channel. And here we have some options. For example, here, sound on. So this is an option that you will have available with a license that allows you to listen um, the audio from a camera that is in your premises, for example. And this sound transmission, it is also going to give you the possibility to talk, so people will listen through the camera what you are saying. The PTZ camera, it is another module that we have in your Cortex. So it allows you to, for example, this option is very good because instead of having, let's say, 3 cameras installed, you can only install 1 camera, and this is going to save you, of course, money. And you have the option to rotate the camera. So this is also an additional module that we offer. We are not going to talk today very specifically about this module, but I'm telling you. Okay, these options that we have here, we are going to check them right now. So, for example, this option, connect via server, it means that the information is going to be transferred to a server and not directly from the camera to the client. The next option, narrow bandwidth channel. This means that sometimes a camera is congested and it does not transfer the information very fast. So this option gives the camera more time before the server notifies like an error, uh, because of the camera is not sending the data very fast. So it is going to enlarge the time that the camera has to send the packets to the server and the server to receive this packet. So it does not it will not tell you that there is an error with the camera. This is very useful for those networks that are not very powerful. Okay. Connect via IPv6. In the case that you have the IPv6 address of the camera, you can work with this option. And disable channel, it means the channel is going to be on or off. So we don't need this channel. So I'm going to remove it. In the case that you would like to remove a channel, you only need to click here, select delete selected object. So we are going to delete it. Yes. Okay. Now we are going to work with the cameras that we already have here. For example, face detection. Okay. So what I was talking about before. Just wait. Here, I just explained about this. So now we are going to the next section, which is data stream settings. So in Eocortex, we have the option to use two streams. What is this for? For example, the first stream or the main stream, it is going to have a better image quality. So it is going to be when the image is like in full screen. So it is going to show you, it may have a different video format. It can be MGPEG or it can be H264. And for example, the alternate stream, it is used when you have the multi-screen on and the screens are very little and you don't need to be you don't need this stream to have a very good image quality. So this can take less sources from your server. So right now I'm just going to use one stream. So we are going to leave the main stream. But these two options also are very helpful when you are saving the information in the archive. Here we have the archive settings. We can set this, we have several options. I just want to see if all of you are. Okay, thank you, Julia, that you are helping me to answer all these questions because I cannot see both the screens at the same time. Okay, so I was saying the archive and settings. We have different possibilities. The archiving could be always on, so it means that a lot of resources are going to be consumed. But for example, if you have the two streams active and you are not recording when the image is in alternate stream, but if something happens, let's say that you received a notification, so it is going to start recording in mainstream. Only it is going to start recording when something happens in mainstream. So it means that you will have this event recorded in a very good image quality, video quality. And it is also going to save some resources because you are not recording all the time. Also, we have the option, so as I just said, with the detector, so in the case that something happens, or the operator can also activate the recording to the archive, or it can be scheduled. let's just click that option here. So what we see right now is that the archive is always on. So it means that it is always recording to the archive. But we can set all this. So we can decide when should we do this. Let's say that you have a company, you have a factory, and you want to know at what time the factory team, the production team is arriving to your company. So it is only going to record during 2 hours from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So this can be automatically do it. Or if something happens, the operator can manually do can manually start the recording in the archive. Well, there are several options. Also here we see that we can archive, we can storage the archive storage settings. So we can set here for how long time we want the information to be in the archive. So sometimes to not to eat many resources from your machines, we put here many days, let's say 700 days, but we have an option of frames keeping with time. So you will only keep the most important frames. This is what I can say about archiving settings. So now we are moving to intelligence analysis system settings. So this is what this is like the most important and the most interesting part of our webinar today, because the modules that we are going to work with, these modules, they work with motion detector. So if we want a module to work, most of the time it is going to use motion detector. So if we just unmark, it is going to delete all the options that we had before. So we are going to check this here. And okay, we have here face detection. We are going to set this. So let's say that we want to enable, sorry, we want this channel to be on. So we are going to, so this blank should be empty, disable channel. Now we can test, we can do a test here, and it is going to connect with the camera. Okay, so now here we have different modes of motion detector. It could be simple, and it is going to, okay, let's just finish with this. It could be simple, and it is going to take all the screen, but it is not going to be very well. It is not going to be very good at as expert mode. So expert mode has detection zones. So it means that I can, so for example, in a farm, I just put a camera with the face detection module, and I just want to be informed when someone uh, gets into my premises. So this person or someone just got into my farm, and I need to see, uh, to detect the face of the person who is in my property. But let's say that half of the image is just the sky. So I can delete, let's say, a part, and the module is only going to work in the part that is selected. So what is yellow, these yellow squares are going to be the detection zone. So for example, just in case that a face appears here, it is not going to be detected. So that's why we better fill all. this case because we have this camera in an office. So we are going to use the export mode this time, and we have here face detection quality. We are going to use high, and that's all the configuration that we need to do for this module. Right now we are going to move to the next module that we would like to show you today, which is suspect search. So we have already here suspect search 1, suspect search 2, 3, and 4. So I just clicked here. Usually, for example, let's see heat map. This is a disabled channel. Also, you see the line, the color is different. The size of the camera is a little bit small when it is disabled, when the channel is not working, and it is a little bit bigger when the channel is working. So now we will see. I just unmarked, so now it is working. We are going to do a test here as I did that before. Now we are seeing the camera is working. Okay, we will need to see this module, suspect search. So as I mentioned before, we need to mark a motion detector. Okay, and I need to, it is simple. Okay, I will need to set the interactive zone. So I need to set the minimum object, the minimum size of the object that I'm searching, and the maximum size of the person, for example, if I'm searching a person, or if I'm searching um, suspect search is not only used to search suspects, but it is also used to search little to search children, for example. So I can set the size that I need to look for. I just hit OK. Okay, just one moment. So we have four, let's say that four options. So the first we can set the size, yes. Also the position in the frame, the proportion. We can also search, let's say that we know that the person that we are looking for has a red t-shirt and some jeans. So I can search by colors. And if here I activate also the tracking module in the suspect search module, it is going to give me another option, which is when someone crosses a line. So here it is already checked, but it allows us to, for example, we have here line intersection. So if someone crosses this line, it is going to help us to search for our suspect. It can be in both directions, or it can be in, let's say, to the left, or it can be to the right. With the object sizes, as I said before. Okay. We have here some scenarios. So in the case that, well, I think that we can talk about this a little bit later. For example, in face detection, as soon as a face is recognized, an alarm should be sent to the operator, or it will start recording. So we have here different options. Okay, so for this module to work, we will need to have this module configured in several cameras. So that's why we have here suspect search 1, 2, 3. So it is going to search, it is going to do a search into our cameras. So it is going to look for this person that we are going to see. Okay, so it is the same here. We need to mark here. We can do the test. It is already working. Okay. The same, we are going to set the size. For example, if we don't need to know where this, if we don't want to have the option to cross when the person crosses a line, so we just need to disable the tracking module, and it is just going to give us 4 options to look for a person by size, by the position in the frame, by proportion, and by colors. Okay, so here it's the same. We need to check this, unchecked, sorry. We're going to test. The camera is working. Okay, perfect. Motion detector is on. Suspect search is on. Here we need to set the minimum size is already there. The maximum is already set it up. Okay. Suspect search the next camera. We are going to check here. We are going to see if the camera is working. Yes, we can see the camera is working. Motion detector is checked. Suspect search is checked. Here we do the same. The minimum size, the maximum, as you could see, it is very big. If we are looking for a person, it is going to be better to put it as like a size person. Let's say this person. Okay, it is very good. It is like the average of the size of a person. Okay, so we can say that the suspect search module is already configured. We have another module, which is sabotage detection. Actually, this module is included in all Eocortex license. So we have here the modules. One moment, please. Use external intelligence modules. So, sabotage detection module. It is here included. So, if we checked this box, when the camera, for example, is going to be moved, or it is going to be hidden, the system it is going to send you an alarm. If the camera was unfocused, also it is going to send you an alarm. If someone just put, let's say, a hand on the camera, or if someone just light a light On the camera, it is also going to tell you about this immediately. It is going to send you a notification. It is going to create an alarm. So when this module is on, all what I just said is going to be activated. And it's very good that this module is included in all the licenses for free, so you don't need to pay additionally to get this module because it is already included. Okay. Now we are moving to the next module, which is tracking. Okay, if you cannot find a channel, you can search here by the name. Okay, so we have here the tracking module configuration. We are going to test if the camera is working. Yes, it is working. Okay. Now, we need to check that motion detector is on. We can also here set the minimum and the maximum size. And here we need to check also use external intelligence modules. So we are going to the tracking module. So when do we use this module? We use it to know when a line was in passed, because we can draw a virtual fence and also, for example, we can set an area, and if whatever is moving within this zone, we will get a notification. And also it is going to, it gives you the option to set the time when a presence can be in the area that you set it up. So this is the configuration that we need to do with for this module. There are several zones that you can set. Actually, there is no limit for the zones that you can create. And you can also, for example, if you are only searching for cars, so you can set the size only for, so only cars will be recognized. Okay, now the last module that we are going to check today, that we are going to configure, is abandoned object. So we're going to search here, abandoned. Okay, wait, abandoned object detector. So we need to do the same, and activate the channel. We are going to test if the camera is working. Right now what we need to do is use a motion detector. So here we are going to use external intelligent modules, and we are going to check here abandoned object detection module. settings. This module is not very good when people is there just doing, let's say, nothing. They are just sitting and they are not moving. So the system is going to recognize them as an abandoned object. So this module is recommended to use in places where people are moving very fast. And this module, it it says that it is for abandoned objects. But for example, if an object is missing, it is also going to show you where the object was and that is missing. We recommend that the detection time for missing objects or for abandoned objects is 1 minute, the minimum time. 30 seconds is not recommended because it's not a very long time, but 1 minute it's already it's enough to recognize that an object has been abandoned. So we click here save. But before that, we can size. We can set the size limits as before. For example, if we are looking for, let's say, objects like this, so we are going to hit here, OK, and the detection zone. So, for example, here are just walls, and they are very high, so most likely nothing is going to appear there. So these are the zones where an object can be abandoned. We put just OK. And the sensitivity. It is, for example, if some people are wear in black and the floor is also black, so it is now going to recognize the object very easily. But so it is going to, we are going to use the maximum sensitivity. But for this time we are going to use medium. We are going to click save. And note that we had already configured all the modules that we wanted to show you today. We are going to apply the change. We are going to apply again the change, and we are going to click yes. We will wait while all these changes are applied, and it is going to reopen the application, the client application. Okay, so it has opened. Now let's click in menu. Here we have the option to see 262 channels at the same time. So this is a video wall, very big. But we are not working with so many cameras. Let's say that we are going to work with, let's say, 8 channels. Okay, now it is showing as the cameras that we just configured and the modules that we just configured. Okay, so for example, let's check this module, which is abandoned object detector. Okay, Let's wait while the object is recognized as an abandoned object. Okay, we need to wait just for a while. I want this to be selected as an abandoned object. Okay, let's just wait for a little more time. Let's check this. For example, suspect search. We're going to check that first. So we just could see, I hope you saw this, that someone just passed and, okay, let's see. When someone passed here, do you remember that we draw a line here? So when someone crosses this line, it is going to show this person just cross. We also have the option to show the object trajectories, for example, and show colored boundaries of objects. Show alert zones. So we have here the line that we draw, and it is going to show us that this person is going to the left side or to the right side. So let's say that we are searching for a suspect. We are going to journal. We will need to select the cameras that we want to check for the where we want to find the suspect. We are going to select suspect search 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and here we have different. Just give me one moment, please. I want to set the time. Okay, so let's say here that it recognized suspect search, and when we click here it sent an alarm. So when this person crosses this line, it shows us at what time in the archive it happened, and it shows us like the picture when this happened. Okay, we are going to search here in just one camera. Just wait, please. I don't know why I cannot find the option where I can select the time. Okay, sorry, I got confused. So in search, we need to click search. We are going to check here the cameras that we would like to uh, search. Let's say that we are going to do the search in all the 4 cameras, and we are going to look for this person during the last hour. So we need this. We need to let's say we are going to create a sample. So I know that this person had a gray t-shirt and let's see, okay, and black pants. So we are going to add this and we are going to search. And it is going to find all people that was with these characteristics. So we are looking here by color. And it is going to show us at what time in the archive it happened, where this person was. Okay, so we are going to stop the search. We are not going to search by colors. Let's say that we are going to select just one camera, and we will need to search by the region. So we will need to search here. We can do that. We can, as I said before, we can set the minimum and the maximum size. And here, for example, if a person crosses this line, also this person is going to will be in our search. Let's enable this option. Let's say that someone crosses here, and let's say that this in this region of the frame, and let's search. Okay, let's search. So this guy, this other guy, they crossed this line. So here you can find the filters that you would like to use. If you're going to use different filters, so you will need to disable one filter, so the other one, for example, the other one will be able to work. There are some filters that they don't create a conflict between them, but there are some others that are going to create a conflict, and because both filters are active, it's not going to find what the person that we are looking for. So that's about this module. We are going back to the other. Okay. So what I wanted to show you about the abandoned objects, we see that these squares around the objects, well, this has been left there for a long time. So this is going to create the alarm. As soon as we click here, it is going to disappear. So it means that we accept or that we know about this notification that the system sent. If we want to also check about this, we will be able to do it. We need to go to search again, but this time we are going to select different cameras. We won't need this anymore. So we are going for abandoned object detector. Apply filter, and every time that an object was abandoned, it is going to send us a notification, an alarm. So we can check here at what time, let's say at 6 a.m. an object was abandoned. So it is here. Yes, and we can see in the archive during how long time it was left there. Okay, so now let's go back. We are going to check right now tracking, which is here. So we will see. Let me check here. Okay, we will go to menu. We will see here tracking, apply filter. So the area is selected. I don't know why it's not showing me the area. Just give me one moment. I'm going to activate this. Just one moment, please. I would like to highlight the zones, but I don't know why I cannot find it. Just a moment, please. Okay, here they are. So we have the option 2, tracking, so we can show the alert zones. Here I just disable them, but we can. So we create an area around the cars. So if a person crosses this line, it is going to send us a notification letting us know that someone just entered in the area in the virtual fence that we create. Uh, we can also select the object trajectories or show the color boundaries object. So the guys that are entering and crossing these lines that we set. If we, for example, want to check at what time, so what happened or who was there, we go to the journal, we select the camera, which is tracking, and it is going to show us what was going on. So let's click here, let's say at 8:10. So this person crosses the virtual fence that we create around these cars. And now, okay, we are going to see our last module for today, just one moment, which is face detection. So we see the person is there, and we go to the journal. Again, we select in which camera we want to see what is going on. And just let's wait one moment. So, for example, here it is going to show us what types of notifications were generated. Just information, or when it sends us an alarm. So, for example, these here are just information. But if we, for example, we set an alarm in the configuration, so every time that someone is just detected or a face is detected, it is going to send us an alarm. And when it detects a face, so here this time this face was detected. For example, let's see another one. It is not showing me any other information right now, but every time that it says here's face detection, it is because a face was detected. So you can click there, you will see like the picture when this happened. So I just showed you all the modules that we wanted to show you today. And okay, I'm going back to the screen that you were seeing before. So these are the modules that we have. Uh, we have some of the modules. And if you, for example, if you are interested in the product, if you are interested in these modules that we are working um, on, so I will send you, just give me one moment. You will have the option to write us that you would like to get a free trial, and we are going to face detection. Aha. Okay, this is another module, but yes, of course, we can show you, Stefano. Okay, so let's go to check face detection. So we will need to go to tools, sorry, to settings, to configurator. We will wait. Okay, so we have here, as soon as something else that I would like to tell you, as soon as you stopped using uh, the modules and you, let's say that you don't need to use them during the night, so you can disable the channels. Oh, I think that you cannot see my screen. One moment, please. Okay, now you should be able to see this. So when you are not going to use anymore the modules or the channel, you can just disable them. And this is going to be very good because it is going to save resources from your server. So we have here, we have just disabled all channels that we were using. We would like to see face recognition. Yes? Face detection. Oh, face detection. Okay, so uh, face detection. Okay, so here we have it. I just turn on the channel. We could see here that it is working. Um, Motion detector is on. Mm, the detecting zone is in expert mode. Face detection, it is in high. Um, well, if you, for example, you will need to, let's say, use your alarm. So it is going to start the recording if a face is detected. And okay, that's pretty much all what we will need to do with face detection. So we go to apply, we apply the change, we say yes, and we wait because this will need to restart with the new configurations. So let's wait just for a moment. Okay, so here we have face detection. Let's just wait for a while people start going and coming. So it is going to detect the faces of people. Okay, let's just wait for a while. I would like to see. Yes, we also have face recognition. When you do any changes in the configuration, yes, the system needs to restart. So the client application, it's going to take the new configuration that you just did. Actually, I wanted to tell you that if you are interested in some of the modules, if you would like to try the product by yourself, you can do this. Um, you can just fill a form just in a couple of minutes, and we will send you the free license. So you will be able to approve all the modules that we have. Right now we have 19 modules. We are working in new modules all the time. Um, for example, let's say that you decided um, to use face detection. So you get the license, you try it, you like it, you buy it. Then, when you buy it, you will receive um, a new license that is going to, so the license is going to be extended. So this is going to be a lifetime license. So you won't need to pay anymore. Mm, you won't need to pay anymore, but you will get two times per year we do updates, so you will get these updates for free. And okay, let's check if it already gathered like some information. Okay, we go to menu again. We select the camera that we would like to see. Let's say last hour, and let's search the information. Okay, let's say last minute because there is not too much information. Search by face, and I will search. Okay, now we can see, let's say by the hour search. So it is going to show us all the faces that were recognized in the last hour, as we could see. So for example, if you want to see this person, it is going to show you at what time it was recognized, and it is going just to highlight the face. So that's pretty much how it works. If you, for example, you would like this to export the information, you can do this. You can save, let's say, like a picture, or if you would like to export a piece of a video, you can also do it. You can put it in AVI format, or we have actually a format where it is a macroscope format, which is our format. It is very fast, but it is going to work only if Eocortex is installed in your computers. So if you will need to show a piece of a video in another computer, it is better that you use the ABI format. Okay, so that's pretty much all of our webinar. I would like to ask you if you have any more questions, or okay, right now I'm going to send you this so you will be able to fill the form. Just allow me one moment. I'm going to load the form so you can ask to receive the license. Um, actually, no. We are not in Moscow. We are in another city. The name of the city is Perm. But if you, for example, by any chance are near, you can come to also Perm. It would be great to have you in our office. Just allow me one moment. I'm trying to upload the form so you can ask for the license. Just one moment, please. Okay, I'm pretty sorry, but for some reason I couldn't upload the form that I wanted to send you. So in the case that you will need, just allow me one moment, I'm going to write you my email. If you would like to write me, I will be more than glad to answer. Or you can do you can ask for the license through the web page also. So you can write me or you can write on the web page of eocortex.com. So if there are no more questions right now, we thank you very much um, to be here with us, to listen to what we have to tell you, to show you our products, to show you how our module works. Mm, Feel free to contact us if you have any questions, if you will need to help with any project, any future project that you will. Yes, Livio, yes, we can do this, but this is going to work with the face recognition module. You can create blacklist of faces, and let's say that it is not going to open the door of a person, or it is going to send you um, or it's not going to it is going to send you a notification telling you that this person that is in the blacklist is in front of the camera, for example. But this is another module. We didn't show this module today. This module is face recognition, and what I showed today was face detection. So face recognition, it recognizes the people that is in front of the camera. You can create a database with the people. You can create a blacklist and you can create whitelist. Um, you can also integrate a system um, with this module. For example, you can connect this system, the module, with the doors. So the doors will open when they recognize the person that is in the whitelist. Or also there is another blacklist that you can create, but with this is also with another module with the cars. So you can create a blacklist of the plates of the cars that are entering in your premises. So let's say that you want that a car that is in the blacklist just arrived, so the barrier is not going to open. Mm, okay, Sergio, let me read your question. Your platform. Uh, yes, actually, well, okay, thank you, Julia. There are some license. We didn't check that today, but we have some license, and depending on the license that you may need, this license also will allow you to connect uh, a quantity of servers. Uh, but yes, Ilya just helped me with that. Thank you very much, Ilya, also for your support, for your help answering all the questions. So is there any other question that you would like to ask, to write? Needle, if you have more questions, like very specific questions, you can, let's say, like you can write me to my email, as I said before, and let me send this to you once again. Or, Ilya, can you please write your email address so they can write to you the questions of the projects that they may have? Okay, I just wrote another. Okay, Needle. Yes, I just saw your email. Okay, so um, I'm going to answer to you. So, thank you very much for being today with us in the webinar. If you have any more questions, please write us. Um, okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.